Hi guys, welcome to Travel with Austin. I'm Austin. Today we are here in Moundsville, West Virginia, and we're going to be taking a look at the old infirmary slash psychiatric ward here at the Moundsville Penitentiary or the West Virginia Penitentiary. Now this is on the second floor, more towards the older section and not the new wall section. It contained both the psychiatric ward and the infirmary. And honestly, this is one of my favorite places in the prison because it is so much different than the rest of it. As you can see here, we are entering the solitary psych ward cells. You can see there is 2 cells on each side and a toilet in the middle. Now, it was of course way too dark to see anything in the cells, and they are sealed shut, but you would imagine that they probably did not have a lot of room. Now, over here we do have what looks like was a sleeping quarters, but does have windows in it facing the main hallway. And then we have, of course, a bathroom, painted all nice in pink. And we can get a good look here out at the north yard. And you can see we do have a safety mirror on the wall that's made of that weird metallic material that, can't be shattered. And then we also did have a little guard room there where the guards could stand and watch out. Now this does look like it would be a day room type area, also most likely a cafeteria as well for the people up here. And you can see that there is a door separating the two areas. So I do believe the area we just came from would have been the psych ward, and now we are entering into the infirmary side. And as you can see, they do still have some tables set up here like it is, a cafeteria slash day room. And again, we're going to see it kind of mirror the other side, but I personally find this side much more interesting. Again, we do have our bathroom here, also painted pink. I am glad this place was really colorful, because imagine if this was just a white bathroom, it would not be nearly as fun to look at. Now you can see that they did have 2 of the toilets covered with wood for some reason. Here is that other guards area, but this one has some interesting things in it, such as this machine right here, a Kodak Exomat. Here looks like a door release, and then we have a fire alarm. Now going back here, there is a bathroom for the guards, and there's a little latch that would lead out to the roof, as well as some storage. Now there is an outgoing mailbox, which again, I think this is the infirmary side, which would explain that. And of course, there is some doctor's beds in here. There's also this strange cabinet area, which is split in half and has something that would indicate it had electricity at some point, but I'm just not sure what it is. And then as you can see, there are 2 different tables where inmates slash patients could lay down to be checked out. And then as we enter in here, there are quite a lot of dark rooms that we can't really see into. As you can see absolutely nothing. And then we do have rooms like this where you can see there were old cabinets. This is probably where they stored medicine, because as you can see, there is a little box for them to push it out. Now, of course, this does connect kind of to a little kitchen bathroom area. And you can see we do have power switches here. Now there's also a patient treatment room over here to the right of this mural. Unfortunately, that is locked, so we cannot see what's inside there, if there is still anything. Now here we do have another room where it looks directly into the hallway. I personally do imagine that this was most likely a waiting room if you were here for something non-serious and you were waiting for the doctor to come check on you. There is a water fountain, and then we are entering one of my favorite spots, the X-ray room. And this still has equipment in it, You can see here is the control station, and then there's a little window they'd look in, and the actual x-ray machines themselves, which are made by Raytheon, which I thought was a war company, but apparently they also make, or at least made, x-rays. So this was extremely cool to see, to look at this old piece of equipment. And you can see all these dials and stuff on it that I have no idea what they did, but they were still really cool to see. And that is one of my favorite rooms on this floor. Now, going over here, we are going into the dark room, which is ironically dark because the only light in it is barely working. So that is most likely where they would process the x-rays. And now as we continue on down the hallway, you're going to see that we do have a room right here that is currently empty, except for the bathroom. And then we do have the, I believe, the clinical labs or lab clinicals, clinical laboratory. And you can see here that there is some old equipment left behind here, mostly some drawers, sinks, and metal cabinets. And you can see we do still have a State of West Virginia tag on that, which is kind of a surprise because most times those are gone. I imagine this was some type of intercom system. We do have a toilet out here in the hallway. We do have this room, which again was empty, and maybe it was just a general patient's room at the time. And then we have a room with a bathtub in it. Now, I'm not sure if this was just in general for hygiene or if it was some type of hydrotherapy. It does connect to another room, which was pretty much empty at the time, which connects again to a much larger room. This room is interesting because it has these panels all over the wall. And I'm sure someone can probably take a look at those and tell me what they are for, but I do not personally know. So there is another look at it. And then you can see here we have another room that again I imagine was probably just a general patient room. And then I do believe we are finally going to my second most favorite area here, the dentist office. So you can see here we still have equipment mounted to the wall. This is, of course, the little x-ray machine that they would put up to your mouth to take an x-ray of your teeth. We have the little dentist thing with the light, the pedals for him to move it around, the little thing that, produces water and then you spit into, for lack of a better word. And then we can see all this equipment here. And of course, there is also the tray, which has a lot of electronics in it, honestly. And we can take a look at this. I thought this was so cool. You can see all the stuff still on it. And we can take a look at the control panel on the wall. I thought this was absolutely amazing. And then we have a room off to the side here, which has a sink in it, but not much else. And you may remember this room earlier because we did peek inside of it, and it was empty other than the toilet. So this is the Infirmary / Psych Ward at the West Virginia Penitentiary in Moundsville, West Virginia. I really loved this section. All of the art, all of the random equipment was absolutely amazing to see. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing it as well. And hey, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.